Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Tony here. Tony's OPs are us. Today's not a happy video, as you probably well know if you're a lover of music, as we all are on the VC channel and YouTube in general and the world in general. Just have some sad news. I just want to report it as a little tribute. Some of you may not know, most of you probably do know, but it didn't really get a lot of airplay, or I didn't hear about it except on Facebook and from a good friend of mine, that Joey MOLLAND of Badfinger tragically lost his battle. He was battling multiple health issues, and late last night, March 1st, 2025, Joey lost that courageous battle. He put up such a tremendous fight, from what I hear from folks who knew him and from what I read on Facebook pages. And it's just a tragedy because he was so young. 77 today doesn't seem old to me anymore. It did seem old to me when I was 30 and 40, but 77 now, it's way too soon, especially Joey. From everything I read and everybody who knew him, people who went to see him, people who met him, I didn't hear one bad word about Joey MOLLAND. Not one bad word. You usually hear, oh, he's not, and he was in a bad mood. You know, he didn't want to talk to me. He was always willing to talk to the fan. Was always willing to sign for the fan. You know, I got to see Badfinger, or not Badfinger, but Joey with with a bunch of other artists during a Beatle Fest, and then I saw him at a Get Back concert with Todd Rundgren a few years ago, which was very good. But I had no idea that he was struggling with his health. So apparently the health issues caught up to him, and in February things started to get really bad. Now, if you remember, some time ago, I did a little tribute to Joey, telling everybody out there, all my viewers and all people who just stroll by my YouTube channel, that there was a GoFundMe page set up by Mary Joyce, Joey's girlfriend. His bills were staggering. The insurance company did not meet those bills, did not meet that threshold that he was in. He was in intensive care. He was in ICU for quite some time. So I just wanted to put it out there. Just some very sad news. He was a great guitar player for over 50 years. Paul McCartney signed Badfinger to Apple, the first group that was signed to Apple Records. And, he gave him Come and Get It. And Paul said, this is how you do Come and Get It. You do it this way, and you had a big hit. But they weren't just puppets. They took it to another level. All their post albums were great. But sad news, he was the last of that classic lineup of Badfinger. Pete Ham died in 75. Tommy Evans died in 83. The drummer Mike Gibbons, I think, was 205. So 205 seems like yesterday, but that's over 20 years ago or so. So, and yesterday we lost another legend. To me, he's a legend. And like I said, I never heard a bad word about him. My good friend Pete was the one who told me that he was sick. He had a friend that played with Joey, that was personal friends with Joey. This guy's kids actually called Joey Uncle Joey. I just got the chills because he was heartbroken when he heard. And late last night I got a call, or a text rather, that he's probably not going to make it through the night. He's probably going to pass. And then this morning I wake up and I find out that he passed last night. Probably at the end of maybe 12-ish, could have been March 2nd, but I believe it was March 1st, late at night. But he had multiple health problems. He was, battling so much, diabetes, other health issues that I don't even, wouldn't want to go here, private. You could read about it, but there's a lot of tributes out there, and I applaud all those tributes. I just glanced through them because I was kind of shocked. You know, we lost today. We also lost David Johansen, Buster Poindexter. We lost this week. Roberta Flack was 88. Buster Poindexter, aka David Johansen, was 75, and I believe Joey was 77, but a young 77. He was still playing. A few years ago, a year ago, he was out there playing. He would tour. He had his own albums. He had the Badfinger albums. But the sin of it is that a person of that caliber had problems paying his bills, problem paying his bills. So if that GoFundMe page is still up, please see if you can contribute to, Mary Joyce's, Mary, his girlfriend's bills that are probably still mounting. You know, it's not inexpensive to be in a hospital for all that time. And then you have all the other arrangements that you have to make, and the bills still have to pay. So if there's still a GoFundMe page, which I'm not sure, I'm sure it's still up, see what you could do. I know I had a really good response. I had almost 1,000 views. I hope this gets more views. I hope we get the message out there. So, but this is just a little tribute, and my heart's broken, and I'm sure the family's heart's broken. The huge Badfinger fans around the world, and the remaining Beatles like Paul and Ringo, and the other Beatles families, John's family and George's family. He was such a part of that, matrix of the Beatles legend with Apple Records. So, but before I finish, I'm just going to show a few records, and you can see these happy faces when they was young. You have Pete on guitar, piano, Tom on bass and vocals, Joey on guitar, piano, and vocals, also played piano, Mike on drums. This is from the great album S. That's a great picture. I'm going to hold this up a lot longer than I usually do. You could see the great smile, the great faces, and you all know the history of Badfinger. I don't have to go into that. Here's the inner, great inner on Apple, carrot and the stick. So sad news today. Here's straight up, and you can see there. These guys were true stars, true rock stars of an era when rock was young. Rock was young. It was just coming up the 60s, right? Day After Day, Baby Blue. Great album covers. This has Money on it, Flying, I'll Die, Babe, right? Take It All, Baby Blue, Day After Day. All songs written by Badfinger. Produced by Todd Rundgren. So Todd actually hooked up with Joey later on. And except produced by George Harrison. So this was a combo. If you know the history of this, I talk about it in the video I did about the GoFundMe page. I have one more. Also, don't forget, Badfinger backed up George on the first benefit rock concert at Madison Square Garden. So Badfinger was involved with that. Then we have No Dice, a beautiful, great, elegant. Just going to hold this up a second, soak that in. You can see that. Mike on drums, Pete guitar, piano, vocals, Tom bass, Joey guitar. Joey looks like Paul. What a great guy. He didn't get old looking. He always looked good. When I saw him from my seats, he looked good. I think I only seen him twice. I may have seen him other times. I'm not sure. I don't remember every concert I've been to anymore. But I know my good friend Pete was the one who told me that he was doing good. And then, like I said last night, he gave me the news that he's not going to make it through the night. Here's, of course, Magic Christian. I believe this may have been the first recording. This has Come and Get It on it, starring Ringo. And here's another copy of Straight Up without the hype sticker, and there's Joey there. So I don't know what more I could say. We are just sad news. The not founding, but the classic lineup. You know, Tommy came on a little bit into Badfinger, but he hit it in stride because that's when Paul, you know, hit on these guys. And Mal Evans, I believe, was the person who actually discovered them somehow, was picking up talent at clubs in London or UK, and told it to George and Paul, and you know, the rest is history. So that history now is basically history because we don't have a Badfinger with us now, but they're watching, and their music will always be with us. So do yourself a favor. I'm going to publish this later on tonight, but if not tonight, tomorrow, during the week, play a Badfinger song, listen to Badfinger in your car, tell your kids about Badfinger, tell your children that love the Beatles that, you know, there was another band that was basically son of Beatles, right? That took that melodic rhythm, melody, you know, heartfelt music day after day. You know, there's tons of songs. Baby Blue, I just name a couple, but there he is. There's, once again, look at that. So rest in peace. My condolences to the family. My condolences to Pete, to my friend Pete's friend, who knew Joey and played with him. He was a musician, played with Joey, and very sad for him because he was like a brother to Joey, and that's how it goes. So hopefully he's not suffering anymore. And well, no, we know he's not suffering anymore. I should take that back. He isn't suffering anymore. His family's not suffering anymore. Although they lost him, they don't want to see anybody suffer, because we've all been through that. When a loved one is sick, and you know, they try to get better, they try to get strong, but you know, there's other factors involved, and other, you know, just, you know what I mean. It's just not good. So hopefully he's in a better place, right? And that's all I have to say, and I don't want to say any more, so I really can't talk about it. So rest in peace, Joey. My condolences again to his girlfriend, the family, all the fans out there. So take care. Thanks for watching, and please, if you can, go to the GoFundMe page. Perhaps it's still running, and you could contribute as you see fit. Take care. Bye-bye.